Chapter 9, A Crack in the Veil. The days that followed blurred into one another, a cycle of exertion, study, and the ever-present weight of expectation. Cassian Arkwright moved through it all with purpose, the memory of the pool of recall lingering like a phantom behind his eyes. Something had changed in him, not just a new trait or an unlocked skill tree, but a deeper fracture, like a veil had been lifted from the edges of his awareness. It was during a late-night tactics seminar in the East Wing of the Academy that the shift fully revealed itself. The instructor, a wiry, sharp-voiced woman named Stratego Zelan, had been lecturing on battlefield divination when Cassian's HUD flickered with static. For a moment, he thought it was fatigue, but then a new icon pulsed in the upper corner, a small, shifting glyph of purple and gold. Cassian blinked. He focused on it. The world around him quieted. Unknown skill detected. Origin. External system. Unlocking. The glyph expanded into a brief overlay of text, veil resonance, passive, Tier 0. You are beginning to sense the interstitial threads between realities. Your attunement to the unseen grants occasional insight into hidden energies or cross-realm disturbances. He clenched his jaw. This wasn't part of the Arkstrider curriculum. Cadet Arkwright, came Elan's voice, suddenly sharp. Your attention. Cassian nodded quickly, dispelling the overlay. Yes, Strategos. But his mind was no longer on tactical divination. The phrase cross-realm disturbances rang too close to truth. Later that night, in the solitude of his dorm, he attempted to meditate using the insight techniques he'd learned from the pool. Focusing on the new skill, he felt the faintest pull, like a breeze stirring behind a closed door. The veil between his world and something else. Something watching. A knock jolted him upright. It was Riven, a fellow Arkstrider in training, his dark hair tousled and breath short. You feel that? He asked without explanation. Cassian nodded. You saw the glyph too? Riven hesitated. No glyph. But something, bent. Like a wire snapping behind my eyes. It passed fast, but it left a mark. The two sat in silence for a moment, the flickering dorm candle casting long shadows across the floor. Whatever it is, Cassian finally said, it's not part of the curriculum. But it's connected. Somehow. Riven gave a thin smile. I was starting to think I was losing it. Good to know I've got company. They both laughed, quietly, uneasily. Outside, the moon hung low, an unseen thread stirred in the stillness. The veil was beginning to fray. Chapter 10, Trial of Blades. By the end of the week, murmurs spread throughout the Arkstrider halls. A mock battle, one that would pit teams of recruits and veteran students against each other, was scheduled for the next morning. Strategos Elan made it official during morning drills. This is not a test of knowledge, she declared. This is a trial of instinct, coordination, and resolve. Some of you will falter. That's expected. Learn from it. The courtyard had been transformed into a warzone simulation. Illusion wards cast shifting terrain, trees, crags, false hills, even patches of swampy terrain that shifted underfoot. Each team was outfitted with training blades and safe-weave armor designed to absorb and register non-lethal hits. Cassian was placed on Red Squad, mostly composed of newer cadets like himself, but with two senior Arkstriders to lead. Their opponents, Blue Squad, had a better mix of seasoned students. Stick to formation, barked Lasara, one of the veterans on Cassian's team. Her glaive crackled with mock electric enchantments. Cassian, Riven, you flank left, stay mobile. If they break our rear, we'll rely on you to intercept. Cassian nodded. The energy of the moment built quickly as both sides took their positions. A high arcane chime echoed overhead. The battle began. Arkstriders clashed in bursts of light and shock. Reflexes sharpened through drills now met the chaos of actual combat. Glyphs ignited midair, dodges turned into slides, and training blades sparked on enchanted defenses. Cashin ducked a spinning arc of lightning, retaliated with a defensive glyph, and felt the crackle of resonance hum through his bones. Riven surged beside him, quick and fluid, his blade a blur. Left flanks breaking. Move! They darted through a field of illusory smoke, emerging behind a distracted blue squad cadet. Cashin struck true, a hit confirmed by the cadet's armor pulsing red. Lysara coordinated their momentum, rallying behind Cashin's quick strike. His HUD blinked as skills surged with XP, reflex evasion, level up, 5. Shockwave deflection, level up, 4. The tide shifted. Cashin and his team pushed forward, turning ambush into advantage. After nearly 30 minutes of back-and-forth combat, the horn sounded, signaling the end. Red Squad stood victorious. Cashin's chest heaved with exertion, but a smile touched his lips. The camaraderie, the clash, the feeling of becoming, this was why he was here. And yet, somewhere in the back of his mind, the new glyph still pulsed, subtle and steady. The veil had cracked, and it wasn't done with him yet.